what heat should we be using, Eddie? Tell us. Mine goes up
okay,
over 400 degrees. What can I use that on?
Oh, so you're talking about a flat iron now. You're talking about,
flat iron. What's the highest temperature a flat iron goes? Is it 425, 450 on some?
No, there are there's 450 is standard, right? But there's a lot of flat irons nowadays that are going up to like 480, 500 degrees.
I need to know those because that's the ones I want.
Those are the ones you want, right?
To cook my eggs and bacon.
Seriously, I don't understand
what temperature does hair burn at? Healthy hair.
God. I think 451 hair burns at 400 Fahrenheit. But anyways, the natural heat resistance, like the natural threshold of the cuticle for heat resistance is 392 degrees. So if you really pay attention to your flat irons, some of them won't have a 400. They'll have like a 410 setting, a 392 and a 410 setting. And you kind of get like in between to get to 400, But 392 is such a specifically odd number that everybody just says 400 just because they just round up. If you've got thin, fine, soft, baby, delicate, whatever soft language you want to use, less than 400 degrees. You should be somewhere between 350 to 400. Okay. Yeah. If you've got compromise, damage, that blonde, like you were talking about, same scenario. You want to use a lower temperature. Not every flat iron can go to 300. There's only a few brands that can go that low.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So 350 is pretty common for most companies, for most brands. Is the number of passes that you do through the hair matter as well too.
Right.
Because I see so many people, they'll crank that sucker up to like 450 degrees and like, I just go really fast. I just go really, really, really fast.
That does make a difference. If you take a thicker section and you don't leave it in the spot as long, there is less chance you're going to burn, but that's not necessarily safe.
That's a whole nother thing in itself, man. Do you ever press a shirt? Yeah, yes. I've seen you press a shirt before, actually.
Yeah, I love to iron.
Yes. It's the best analogy I can give. Unfortunately, not a lot of people do it anymore.
Right.
But when you got a wrinkled shirt, and if you take a steamer or if you take an iron, especially the iron on the board, and you're pressing that out, the speed, the temperature, the amount of moisture that you pre-spray into the fabric,
the pressure,
and the pressure, all of that matters. And it's a greatest way to teach somebody how to flat iron and press hair out properly. 400, over 400 to like 410, that's when you start getting thicker, coarser hair. Okay. Or your hair is darker colored. Then you need that extra heat. Hair extensions should be about 350 to 400, in my opinion.
Yeah. In most cases, hair extensions is a little higher quality hair. It's going to be a little thicker hair. It can take a little bit more heat. But even then, the hair closest to the scalp is going to be a little newer hair. It can take a little more heat. And so when you get to the ends, so that's when, if you're using the right temperature for the majority of the hair, how hard you press, how strong you pull, the tension and the pressure can drive, the pressure can drive more heat. The speed can drive more heat into the section, depending on how thick the section is you pulled, or less. And so for me, more heat at the top, more pressure, more tension. And then as you go down, you can speed up a little, lower your pressure, hold that hair in that position of straight while it cools off.